Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a dynamic music mod for Ultra Street Fighter 4, and you're going to need a couple things. The first is the CSB Packer, which you can get at the Street Fighter 4 modding wiki, which I will link in the description, and Audacity, which you can just Google. So first things first is you're going to need, for the dynamic, you're going to need well, you don't really need, but I prefer to use a version of the song that's lyrical and non-lyrical, which I will be demonstrating. So after you got in the CSB Packer and Audacity, you want to open Audacity and get your MP3 by using import audio. And I'm going to be using Guilty Gear Exert Sign Song Big Blast Sonic. So there we go. Importing the files. Oh, also, if you're wondering why I'm only showing you part of my monitor, that's because my computer's being a little shit and refuses to record everything. So I have both here, the lyrical and non-lyrical versions. Let me see if they're synced up correctly.
Get up to burn, stand with the pride and burn, feel your desire.
They're not synced up correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and see where does it start. Alright, so I got them synced up pretty close to each other. So the top one is the karaoke, the top one is the lyrical version, the bottom one is the karaoke version. So what you're going to want to do is cut the bottom part off, delete the track, and export this to a WAV file. And make sure that it's a very, very short name. If the name is too long, one of the programs we're going to use will crash, guaranteed. So after you've made your WAV file, you're going to want to close this track and then paste the karaoke track that you've cut before, and you're going to want to save that as a WAV file. Now this next part is optional, but if you want a low health, low timer indicator, you can do that by going to bass and treble, putting these settings, plus 2.0 to bass, minus 15 to treble, click OK. And do it again, because why not? I think you just put +4 rather than +2 and then do it twice. Same thing, pretty sure. So after that, you're done with Audacity. No, after that, you're not done with Audacity. You're gonna want to export it into a WAV file. Okay, now you're done with Audacity. So from there, you're going to want to open your CSB Packer, which I do already, and you're going to want to drag the WAV file to this application called ADXENCD. Now here it's very important that you have your root folder on your desktop. Yeah, because if the file name or if the root path is too long, or if the path is too long, it will crash the program. And yeah, so after it's done with its thing, you should have a .adx file. Do that with all 3 of your WAV files. Again, if you're not making a dynamic music mod, you just want to make a regular music mod, just make whatever song a WAV file and drag it to the ADX program. So now that I have my 3 ADX programs, I'm going to want to open CSB Packer. I'm going to want to browse and click bgm underscore stage1.csb as my sound bank. And for audio clips, I'm going to put the first, third, and fifth slot. You're going to want to put nothing.adx in them. For the second slot, you're going to want to put your karaoke version of the song. For the fourth one, you're going to want to put the lyrical version. And for the last one, you're going to want to put your low health, low time indicator version. So what this does is the first, third, and fifth are basically the beginning of the songs that you'll never ever hear again after, well, the beginning. And then after that, it plays the second track, the second audio clip, and loops it over and over and over again. The fourth one is is when you activate an ultra, or when both you and your opponent have an ultra. And of course the sixth one is when you have low health, when either you or your opponent have low health, or when the timer is, I think, 15 seconds or below, it'll switch to this base version. So after that, you just want to create the CSB. It's taking a little while. There you go. Close CSB Packer, and you should have a BGM stage 1 CSB new. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to rename it to one of these. Oh, you can't see the whole thing. Like, well, you still can't see the whole thing. You know, I'm gonna rename it to one of these names. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to rename mine to the training stage 1, which is TRN. So rename, delete the .new, BGM stage TRN for training stage. It gives you this warning. Just click yes, nothing happens. Obviously, if you don't really want to, if you just want to save it, just rename it to something like, for example, mine will be renamed to, so I can remember it, Sonic, for the Big Blast Sonic. But we're going to use it for training stage. So after you've gotten your CSB file, you're going to want to put it in your Street Fighter 4 file. So open up your Street Fighter 4 file. Well, I should probably show you how to get to it first. So you're going to want to go to this PC, program files, Steam apps, common, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. So from here, now if you're not using Ultra file, if you're not using a older music file, you're gonna want to go to DLC 04AE2 Battle Sound BGM, and here the half pipe, blast furnace, etc., etc. But we're using training stage, so we're going to go to resource, battle, sound, BGM. And all you have to do is drag the TRN file to this folder. Just put replace, replaces it. Now we're going to switch on over to the Ultra window, which is right here. hear me. Hopefully you can hear me over the game sound. Training stage.
Oh man, are you ready for this?
So, let's pick a character here. And it should work just fine.
Next location is ready.
Get up to fight! Stand with the pride ever feel your desire!
Now, since both of our ultras are on, lyrics are gonna happen, which you'll hear in a second.
One day I noticed that my life was broken. It was not me who was.
There you go, I wasted my ultra, which gives it a karaoke version. Unfortunately, the Guilty Gear songs, they still have lyrics. So, now when your opponent activates ultra, well, that's a fail. There you go, lyrics. And then when you have low health, here, and having two ultras activated doesn't override it, which is interesting. When you activate an ultra, it comes back to the lyrical version. After that, it goes back to the base version. So, there you have it. That's how you create your own dynamic music mod for Ultra Street Fighter 4.